Hey guys, and welcome to my FIFA 19 career mode with VFL Wolfsburg. Now Wolfsburg are a team that have really fallen from grace recently. A few years ago they were one of the top teams in the Bundesliga, always there or thereabouts, even winning it in 2009, whereas over the last couple of years they've only avoided relegation by the skin of their teeth. In this career mode I'm going to try and take them back to where they were, and hopefully in the end win the Bundesliga. So if we go over to the messages tab now, we are taking part in the Champions Trophy, which I believe is in the Netherlands. That's our pre-season tournament. We do have some objectives here from the board. They do want us to do some work on youth development, so I'm going to have to send out a youth scout. In terms of domestic success, they want us to finish mid-table in the league and reach the round of 16 in the cup. Hopefully I can do better than that this season. Okay, so let's have a look at the first team squad now. So up top we do have Weghorst, I believe his name's pronounced. He is Dutch and he is a 6'6" striker, so he's definitely going to be more of a target man style of player, but he does have decent pace for his height, so he shouldn't be too difficult to use. We have Brakalo here, who is a 20-year-old Croatian left winger. He looks really good and should have some really good potential. We have Arnold and Camacho in the middle, Klaus on the right, William, who is a left back by trade, but he can also play right back, Robin Knocker and John Brooks as our defensive pairing, and Resilion as our left back. Castile's in goal, and then we do have Ginczek, I think he's pronounced, on the bench. Now he's a 6'3" striker, so he's another target man really. Gerhardt, he's going to be the utility man of the team. He can play in multiple positions. And then we do have Udekai here, who looks like a really good player for the future. We do have quite good squad depth, but I am going to look to get rid of a few of these. Okay, so if we go to the squad tab now, I'm going to be selling a few of these players. Young and Verhey are two of these, as we do need a better right back. That is one of the main positions I really want to improve in this team. I'm going to sell Tisserand as well, as he's not really good enough and he's not young anymore, so he's not going to really increase that much. I'm thinking about selling Mehmedi as well, for the same reasons really, and is that Blaszczowski there? I can't really pronounce his name, but he is too old for this team now. And I think that's about it really for sale. So yeah, we're going to try and replace those players and see where we go from there. Okay, so we do have some transfer offers here for Gerhardt and Blaszczowski. I don't know if I really want to sell Gerhardt, as he is such a good utility player. He can play left back, left wing, or as a central midfielder, so I don't really want to sell him. So I'm going to reject that from Saint Etienne. Now Arsenal have made the offer for Blaszczowski. I don't really know why they would want him. I feel like I can get a bit more money for him than what they are offering now, so I'm going to negotiate and just really see if I can get his value. I think he's valued at 8.5 million, so we'll just counter offer with that. It's not like Arsenal have a lack of money, so hopefully they will agree to that and we'll be able to sell him for just a bit more than they were initially offering. They do accept that and we will be selling Blaszczowski. Okay, so our first friendly in the pre-season tournament is at Feyenoord. So we're going with quite a strong team here. This is probably the first team as it stands. So we're going to sim it and we do get a 2-1 win. However, Mali does pick up an injury, which is very disappointing. So let's go ahead and have a look at the extent of the injury now. So he is out for 8 weeks, which means he may miss the start of the season, which is very disappointing. We do have a transfer offer as well for Verhey from Getafe. I think I'm just going to accept this because with his age I don't think I'll be able to get any more for him. Okay, so our second friendly of the pre-season tournament is against Eibar. One of the weaker teams, I'd say, in La Liga. So again, we're going to sim this. I have made a few changes to the team that played in the last friendly, as I want to try and use the majority of the squad during the pre-season tournament. We do get a 1-1 draw there, which is a bit disappointing, but we are still unbeaten through these first 2 games of pre-season. Okay, so we have sold Verhey and Blastovsky. We also have a transfer offer for Sebastian Young. Now, they've not offered that much, but I'm going to accept it as it's just more money coming into the club and wages to put towards new players. Okay, so if we go across the transfer hub now, these are my initial transfer targets. So we have 2 right backs in Tete and Kaderabak, and also Nicholas Stark there, who's a centre back. Now I'm going to make an offer for Kenny Tete. I think he's a 78 rated player, which means he's 1 overall worse than Kaderabak, but he's a few years younger, so he should grow to be a much better player. I believe he's a very good defensive right back, not as good going forward, but for this first season especially, I really want to strengthen the team. I'm going to try and make a player offer as part of the deal, thinking maybe a winger, or maybe a centre-back actually. We have got Tisserand, sorry, we want to keep Udokai. He's the young player we want to keep, so they will accept Tisserand, but they want some money as well. So I'll just try and negotiate this down a bit, maybe, could we go with 9.5, see if they'll accept that? Because I think that would be a fair offer for him. So we'll see if they agree to that. But they don't, they want 10.4 now. Just to appease my OCD, I'm going to try and ask them for €400,000 less for the 10 million there. Hopefully they'll accept that now, and we should be able to get on to negotiate his contract. Okay, yeah, they do accept that, so hopefully Kenny Tete will be our first signing of this career mode. So looking at his stats, he looks like a really good defensive right back, although he's not terrible going forward either. So I'm going to go ahead and offer him a contract now, and I think that would be a really good first signing of the career mode. He's a young player with plenty of potential and will be able to play for the team for a few years now. Okay, so let's start by offering him his squad role. I'm thinking an important first team player is for the first season or 2. He definitely will be my starting right back. After that, we'll have to see. But yes, they are happy with that. They want a 3-year deal. I think I'll agree to that because that's plenty of time. We can always negotiate a new contract later on. Now, they do want a release clause. I usually don't like putting release clauses in contracts, but in this case I am going to accept it. Because like I said, we can always negotiate a new deal with him anyway. Now, in terms of wages, that's not too bad actually. I was expecting them to be a bit higher, as he's actually asking for less than he was on at Lyon. But I'm going to just try and be a bit tight and maybe just negotiate him down a little bit more. Just try and save as much money as we can. So let's offer him 27.5. Now, yes, he does accept that. It's not quite what he expected, but he's happy to accept it. So Kenny Tete, the right back, becomes our first signing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put Tete into the first team. Yes, he's 78 rated as I expected. And just look at those stand and slide tackle stats. They are brilliant. Very good looking player, so we'll put him straight in the first team. So we now have the 3rd group stage match of the pre-season tournament, which is against Genoa. So again, I'm going to sim this, as I'm going to sim all the pre-season tournament games, as they're not really the most exciting games, and really I just want to get into the league. We do get a comfortable 3-0 win there, so we are definitely through into the semi-finals of the Champions Trophy pre-season tournament. Okay, so we now have the semi-final of the pre-season tournament, which is against PSV Eindhoven. That's a strong team in the Netherlands. So I am going to sim this game again. We've got a strong team out here. A few changes to what I'd say will be the first team. Obviously no Mali in that cam position, but we do get the 2-0 win to take us through to the final. Okay, so going over to the transfer hub again now. I'm going to make an offer now for Nicholas Stark. He's a really good young German centre-back. He's 6'3", and he's got decent sprint speed and acceleration stats as well, so he should be a really good centre-back. He's only valued at around 12 million euros as well, so pretty cheap given his quality and potential. So we are going to make an offer for him now. I'm thinking about adding a player into this deal, as we do have quite a few players that I would like to get rid of. I'm thinking maybe another centre-back or a full-back, because if I do sign another centre-back, then I won't need, I'll only need 4 centre-backs, so maybe Bruma or Robin Knocker could go. Knocker's valued at slightly less, so maybe that means he's got less potential, so we'll offer him as part of the deal, see if they accept that, a centre-back for a centre-back straight swap. So let's see if they like that. They don't. They want either a full-back, or I missed those other two, a midfielder or a striker. Now, I don't really have any midfielders or strikers that I want to sell. We are lacking a bit in squad depth in those positions, and to be honest, I'm just going to go and offer a straight up fee of 15 million euros, because I think if we can get him for that much, he's easily worth that, and it'll be a good deal. So let's see if they accept that. They don't. They want 15.5 million plus a 5% sell on clause, so I'm happy to accept that. So it looks like Nicholas Stark will be our second signing of this career mode. That'll be 2 good young players signed up who are already good enough quality to be in the first team, and really not that much money spent compared to our transfer budget, especially with us letting players go as well. So he wants to be an important first team player. He will be one of the top 2 highest rated centre backs at the club, so he will definitely be a important first team player. Now, in terms of length of contract, I'm thinking of offering him a 4-year deal, as I think that's, with him only being 23, that'll take him right through the peak of his career. They're happy with that. They don't want a release clause, which is good. So now I guess we're on to money. What should I offer him? Should we just offer him a little bit more than what he's on now? Maybe 25,000 per week. That seems like an alright sum, and then maybe 250,000 as a signing on bonus. Let's go with that. And they're not quite happy with that. They want 25.5 per week, which isn't really going to make that much difference. So I'm going to accept that and make Nicholas Stark our second signing of this transfer window. Okay, so back to the squad now. I'm going to put Stark straight into the first team. If we look through his stats there, he's a quality all-round centre-back with good pace and good height, so he should be a really good player for this career mode, especially as he grows as time progresses. He should be a really good player, so I'm really looking forward to using him. Okay, so we have sold Sebastian Young. We didn't get that much money for him, but again, it's just more money to put towards player salaries and transfer fees down the line. So I'm really happy to get that one sorted. And now we do have the final of the Champions Trophy pre-season tournament, and it is against Ajax, So this is the squad I'm going to be using for the game. It's pretty much the first team that I've got as it stands anyway. So we're going to sim the match, and hopefully we can get the win now. So let's go ahead and simulate this. We do get the 2-2 draw, but they do win 4-3 on penalties, which is pretty unlucky really. when it gets to penalties, I think it's just a matter of luck, really. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this first episode of the Wolfsburg Career Mode. If you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe to the channel. I will also be continuing the Severe Career Mode as well on my channel, so I'll be uploading videos for both of these. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in the next video.